Welcome to, I forget, you know what? Welcome to the T.S.D.N Network around the league. Sorry about that, guys. We got a new name, and this is my co-host Brian Mather. We're back at it again after 3 months of being away. So, Brian, man, good to see you again.
Welcome back. Yeah, it's not the Rougarou podcast as far as for today. So
No, it's the T.S.D.N Network around the leagues. Something new that Brian and I are starting. We'll probably have a new thumbnail. And the way I've been going through thumbnails, Brian, I've got my made myself my eyes were watering. I've been going through images and texts and fonts and this and that, and I just could not agree on anything. But so give me a week and I'll find this, bounce things off with you and see what we can come up with a really cool type of thumbnail, and maybe we can do a new trailer too and see what we come up with, for this one.
sounds good. I bombarded you with all kind of pictures and graphics earlier this morning. So we'll see how this goes for today's
Got it.
show.
We got them up here, Brian. I don't know, if we're going to be able to cover it all. There's been so much that has happened since you and I did the show.
Yeah.
The UFL, the new ownership in the UFL with Repol there, the new owner. He's pretty outspoken with the UFL. I'm pretty excited about it. There is going to be uh, the Birmingham Stallions are staying for another season. They're not going to be gone.
Yeah, I saw that. And then Memphis, Houston, and Michigan are moving.
I'm pretty sure Michigan and Houston will be moving. I'm pretty sure. And then there's a new team out there in Ohio. So
Yeah.
there will be a new team. I heard it would be the, Aviators, but I'm not sure if it's going to be the Aviators or something. I guess that one is copyrighted or trademarked. So we'll be looking at something like that. I think the whole league's going to be different next year. I'm excited about it. And another thing I'm excited about is the NAL. I'm excited about these three new teams. Like you said, Brian, we lost three teams, but we gained three teams, so we're breaking even. So we got the Dallas Bulls, we got the Pueblo Punishers, and the Warbirds, the Amarillo Warbirds. They were the West Texas Warbirds, right?
Yes, they were announced as the West Texas Warbirds, and then they already have rebranded themselves to Amarillo Warbirds.
Right. Well, I like that logo. They have a little bit of a history to them. So they're not new, but they have some history.
Let's see if we got the picture. We got the logo. I was trying to pull it up, but I can't pull it up on my end.
I got it right here, the Amarillo Warbirds.
Amarillo.
Let's put that image up there. So here's going to be their logo.
Yeah, that was the first one that was introduced to the league.
I like it. What are you thinking about it, Brian?
Yeah, I mean it's a reused nickname, because they had that before. But yeah, hopefully they'll play this year, because if you remember back to the beginning of this year, we did have the Amarillo Dusters join
Right.
NAL, and then weeks before the first week of the regular season, they ended up, deciding not to play this year.
Right. I couldn't figure that one out. I was also set to check that team out, and then Dusters never showed. Just nothing
Right.
happened. So I just hope this don't happen here. These guys seem to be more established. So
Yeah, it seems like it. And then the next team that was announced was Pueblo. You should have
Pueblo, yeah, Pueblo Punishers.
yeah.
Owner Lisa Rorich. Yeah, she's the owner, female owner. And
So now
yeah,
that
they
gives a instant rivalry to the Colorado Spartans.
Spartans. Yeah, I'm gonna like that. It's gonna be pretty good, right? What are you thinking about the logo?
Um, isn't that something from one of the Marvel DC comics? That's
Everybody's
first.
saying it.
Yeah,
Marvel, the Punisher. Yeah, everybody's saying it. But I mean, you know what? I mean, it looks a little bit like it, but I mean, So what? As long as there is
Yeah.
no copyright issues, you know what I mean? It's going to give them
Oh,
a little bit of, people are going to see it's going to be more recognizable if it was a logo that was not something anybody's seen before. You know what I mean?
right. But they don't want to see a C&D order come down from, you know, whoever owns the rights of it. So that's what I'm worried about. But yeah, it's a cool logo, cool colors. If they go with that silver, black, and purple,
I kind of
looks
like
real
it.
good.
You got the skull there. I kind of like
Yeah.
that. Kind of harken back to the voodoo kind of skull kind of looking.
With the
It's not,
yeah,
yeah,
with the American flag on the top of the skull. That's
yeah,
the stars and the stripes.
yeah. I like that. Well, if you see their social media pages and stuff on Facebook, they're out there. They're out there in the community. They
Oh yeah,
they were down there with the in the fair down there in Colorado and the
I saw that.
legislative barbecue and
They had a
they're
float. They had a float in a parade. I saw that.
yeah, they have a flow. I did a couple videos on them. I didn't do too much of a video because I didn't know really. I just wanted to do something, see how it was going to come out. But I want to
Right.
follow these guys up, me and you, and maybe we can get that Lisa Rorich, the owner, on the show. I've been reaching out, but I haven't heard anything yet.
Okay.
So the third team, Brian.
And then let's see. So after Pueblo, um, of course, the owners got together in Las Vegas for the league meetings.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think you got
I got that.
pictures of that, right?
Yeah, I got. Here's the third team, though, Brian. The
Oh
Dallas
well,
Bulls.
I was saving that for during the owners meeting.
Well, we can go
Is
back
that
to it.
okay? So yeah, during the owners meeting, they announced the Dallas Bulls are joining the NAL for the 2026 season. Now, most NAL fans will remember there was a team that we played 3 times, the Dallas Falcons, and that team has now moved to Austin, Texas. So now they are the Austin Falcons, and this team, the Dallas Bulls, which used to be the North Texas Bulls back in 2022 or 2023, I think they tried to join the league, and it didn't work out back then. So new owners now, and rebranded to Dallas Bulls with red, and it's the same logo. It was
Yeah.
red before, now it's blue.
Yep. Yep. Now it's blue. What are you thinking on that?
Um, I guess since we lost the Lions, I guess we could use another blue team. I mean, we had the
Another.
we had the Spartans, we had the Horsemen. I mean, we got
Yeah.
a few blue teams. We're
Yeah.
we're maroon. The beef is orange. The Sioux City is red and black. I mean, trying to
Yeah.
change it up, but you got Spartans, and now the Bulls are both blue.
Yep.
So
Well, hey, how about the new football? Want to talk about that for a moment?
yeah.
Or this is not the
Oh,
football. This
not
is
not that one. No, come back to that one when we
all
hit the
right.
IFL.
We definitely will come back to
That's for
that
the
one.
that's for the IFL.
That's Shady Sports, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's from this past Saturday, so that has to do with the IFL.
Oh, here's what the new football
As
looks
the
like.
football, yeah. So they call it the Deuce. Why
Now,
I have no idea because it's
that was
only
my
one
question.
color.
What does the deuce mean?
Right. Last year the Deuce ball is a two-tone ball where the 4 panels, 2 of them are white, 2 of them are the team colors. So for the Shreveport, we had the pigskin brown, regular pigskin brown colored panels, and 2 of these white ones. Well, this picture that the league posted is completely white.
I like it.
So
It's got the
yeah,
commissioner's signature on there.
I mean the only thing that's different, and I got the actual ball. I should have grabbed it. It's across my room. The laces are white, on last year's ball, and of course the panel, being brown. So in that picture, you got the laces look like they're navy blue,
Yeah, or they're black.
or is it black? Yeah,
Maybe
and then
black.
the little
I have,
lightning bolts on the tips are
yeah, I like.
red
I was just gonna say the lightning bolts on the tips. I like that there. I like that a lot.
because last year we had little arrows, double arrows, and they're black in color on last year's ball.
I like this one better, Brian.
Hold on, let me grab the ball.
All right, Brian's going to get his ball. He's excited about that. But I love this new ball, NAL ball here, 2025. Now this is when was it? This is
So
the
this is
last year's ball, right?
well, this past year. I mean, it's still not, it's the 2025 ball that I got right here. So
That is cool. I love it.
see how it's got the point. It's got arrows, instead of lightning bolts like that one. But it's got
Yeah,
the
Rougarou logo.
yeah. See how it's brown? It goes to white,
Yeah, I like that
brown,
though.
and then
I like both balls. Tell you the truth, I like both of them.
at least they got the right commissioner on it this year.
Yeah, they got the commissioner. Yes, Brandon Eichert, right?
Or the right commissioner.
The
Because
right.
my ball has Todd.
Oh, okay, yep.
So they made these balls before the commission, before Brandon took over in February. So that's why they didn't go back and change them.
Yeah, that is just kind of weird. But I like
Yeah,
this ball too. I like both of them. But I
yeah.
like this ball. I like this ball. There's nothing wrong with it. All right, and how about the Las Vegas meetings down in Las Vegas?
Okay.
NAL was down there. Want to talk about that for a little bit, Brian?
Yeah, go ahead and you got that picture.
We got 3 images here from Las Vegas.
Yeah, that's the meeting room that they posted, that the league posted, and then you got a picture, Shreveport picture, or the Amarillo picture. Okay, so that's Michael Blair on the left and Keith Carter on the right, representing Shreveport.
Yep, that's cool. That was, I don't know why they didn't publicize this more.
The league posted it, but the Shreveport team doesn't have any social media presence since the June 5th game.
I mean, since it's been right down there in Las Vegas, I mean, you would want to put that up on your YouTube channel and actually, put it out there a little bit because it's right in Las Vegas, man. It's pretty big.
Oh, you're talking about the league as far as, yeah, they posted that these couple of pictures the first day, and then they made the announcement about Dallas Bulls that we just covered joining the league, and that was pretty much it from what I've seen, the league post.
Yeah.
You should have an Amarillo picture
Excuse me.
in my set.
Yes, I do. I sure do, Brian.
There you go. So that's the new Amarillo team, I guess, the head coach, owners.
I like
Know.
the I like the helmet. Do you?
Yeah, it's totally different, than what I expected. I mean, I expected more of, you see the baseball cap on the
Yeah.
behind the, I
Yeah.
expected more of that star, the Air Force logo.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's on the uniform, the star, though, isn't it?
I haven't seen their uniform, so I don't know.
I think
That
it's
was
like
the first.
yeah, I think it's like a red, white, and blue uniform that I think it shows on the shoulders. I think the new uniform. I don't know. I've
I
seen it
don't know.
somewhere. I have to look for it again.
The first I'd seen of the helmet was this photo. So
I like it. I like the helmet. I like the uniform. If it's anything like the old uniform, but I know it's changed a little bit. I know it's changed a little bit, but I like it though.
yeah,
I like what I'm looking at.
I'm sure they're going to tweak stuff from the previous Warburgs franchise.
Yeah, I like it. I do like it. I sure do. I like that.
All right.
Uh,
Um, so the Las Vegas meetings were August 12th through the 15th. And in that time, of course, like I said, that they covered Dallas joining the league. August 13th was pretty an eventful day
yeah, it
in indoor
was.
football
Yeah.
because like everything came down all in one day, and that was
Yeah.
during the league meetings. So the Dallas Bulls announcement came down. Secondly, the Tyler Crude, and I think you have the press conference. Yeah, that came down saying that they were going to have a press conference on August 20th to announce the team. Um, of course, what um, league they were joining and where they were going to play, and all of that information was coming that day. Also, at the same time, I don't think we have any pictures of this, but August 13th also was the Beaumont press conference saying that they were joining the AF1.
Yeah, and I have that in my downloads, but I just could not fit that in there. I couldn't
Yeah.
get it up.
So, in other words, Beaumont Renegades won the NAL championship this past year and decided that they were going to leave the league with our trophy and go and join the Arena Football One and officially became a member of the AF1 on August 13th also.
I couldn't
Uh,
believe that. And they actually, they won the championship, and I can't believe that one, and then left. Oh
yeah.
man! But
So
they were
then
pretty. They're
then
Brian. They're a pretty good team.
yeah,
Remember?
I mean, the problem with them is it's going to be no fans supported them this year in a championship season. How are they going to get fans, next year?
Yeah, I don't know. And AF1, I don't know. I tried to watch an AF1 game, and where can you watch them?
Vice TV, um, Evergreen TV, and I'm missing a third one. But I mean, it's all free. There's no paywall. It's not like the IFL. Vice is on my Hulu. You can watch it. That's how I watched it this past year. Evergreen is just a website, that you can go to and stream it. It's free. It's not YouTube, but I mean, you know,
Yeah, I have to check that out. I've been wanting to check them out, man. I like the Nashville Cats and stuff like that. So I used to watch them all the time, Nashville Cats. So I want to check them guys out, and
I want.
I looked for a YouTube channel for them, and they don't have a
Mhm.
YouTube channel, So I was going, what the heck? And then IFL, I like the Green Bay Blizzard, so I like to watch some of their games, and I could not, and even the Tucson Sugar Skulls and stuff like that.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I like watching some of their. You still can go back and watch some of their old games on there,
Yeah,
but
they behind the paywall. That's the problem with the IFL. They want you to
yeah,
pay to watch all their games. So the only one I got to watch this whole year was the championship game off of CBS Sports Network.
yeah, I know, and I like watching getting into a season of them. One game gets you started, and then you know what I mean. You
Yeah,
you watch one game, and then you're kind of like messed up with the rest of the season.
right.
And I was going to say something to you, and I hope I don't forget. That's old age coming on, but I'll remember it here in a minute, Brian. I don't know what I
Oh,
was
okay.
gonna talk. There was something I was going to say that something came down. Have you been keeping
So,
an eye on the New York Giants, New York Yankees, New York Mets, any of that?
nah,
Well,
because I was teasing you earlier saying that I thought the Giants were tanking for a high draft pick, which is what the Saints are doing this year. So
Saints got him. Hey, but they got that Jackson Dart. A lot of good players. I got a lot. They give that. Oh my God, my memory today is like shot. It's just like
what
popcorn
is
or
it?
jello
The
right
Saints
now.
just the Saints just announced that they starting Spencer Rattler as the quarterback for the regular season. It's like him and
And
Shoud, the Ole Miss quarterback that they
yeah,
drafted.
yeah.
Both of them were just 500 quarterbacks. I mean, it's nothing spectacular, nothing. So I mean, every poll I see, we're predicted to be dead last.
I know that. I don't know. I think the Saints will be maybe 7. And I don't know. They might be better than what we think.
You give them a lot of credit. I mean, I got them only winning 3 games. So
3? Oh,
yeah,
oh boy. How about the Giants? What are you looking at with them guys? I
I
think
figured
they're 4-0 in preseason. And I know me and you talked about preseason before. Preseason doesn't matter. But I'm
right.
telling you right now, Brian, they're looking good. They beat
Usually, the teams that lose are the ones that act in preseason are the ones that actually win in the regular season because they just, you know, they scouting talent. They're not worried about winning or losing football games.
yeah, they're just scouting talent out there. Yeah, exactly.
Although the Saints win 0-2-1 in preseasons.
Oh, it's not very good. Well, there's
um,
that. I was watching the Mets last night. Holy cow, they beat the Philadelphia Phillies 13-3 last night. I was surprised. They were behind 3-0.
mhm.
Philadelphia was ahead of them 3-0, and I ended up. I said, "Well, I'm not going to watch any more of this game. Them guys are not getting any home runs or anything." I started watching a little. It made it iced coffee. Next thing I know, they started knocking in some runs there, and four or five of them right in a row in the fourth inning. And oh my God, next thing I know, they went ahead of them 6-10, 6-3, 10-3. It kept right on going. Next, I said, all right, I got to finish watching this
Oh
game.
wow,
It was 13-3. It was a
wow,
good, one heck of a. I mean, I've been waiting for them to get their butts rolling a little bit. They've been slacking here in these last few weeks, months. So they got it going last night. Yankees got things going a little bit, but the San Francisco Giants got a good team. I've been watching them. I'm hoping to. Oh, I was going to ask you. That's what slipped my mind. Whatever happened to the ENTFLA?
just disappeared into non-existence.
I hear I'm bragging. The New York Dragons are back.
No, they're not.
Come on, man. I was bragging. I said, the New York Dragons are back. Showing, the video. I was,
Yeah.
holy. Next thing I know, Paul Swartz, he was the owner of the New York Dragons, and he's gone. He just left,
Yeah.
I guess. And then everybody's starting to splinter. I go to the website, and nothing's happening. So I don't
Hmm.
know. I
They
don't
had
know.
they had canceled all the games, rescheduled it for some round robin format where they were going to play 3 games. So in other words, like all 6 teams or 4 teams were going to go to one city play. I think it was 4 teams. We're going to play 2 games in one city, then go to another city, play 2 games, and then go to another city, play 2 games, and then have some type of championship game, which that time came and went. So no,
Yeah,
I mean
it came
nothing.
and went. And
Yeah,
I was waiting for the games to come on somewhere. I was saying, where's the game? Where's the ENTFLA? I mean, where's their games? 2 or 3 months went by. I don't know. They just disappeared off. Paul Schwartz left. I don't know. I
if you
really.
follow if you follow that sports reporter Stephen Ure, I think is how you pronounce his last name.
Oh
He
yeah,
actually went to um, whatever the is it Long Island Arena
yeah,
where
yeah,
the Dragons were supposed to play or whatever. He was
yeah.
actually reporting from outside the arena the night that they were supposed to play, and pretty much was like, "Well, I'm here, but they're not here." So,
Nobody showed. Oh my
well,
god.
the team had already canceled the game, but he was just making a point that tonight would have been the game. When he was there, it would have been here. It would have been tonight. But nobody's here. So
Oh my god. What a letdown. I know it let me down too. As I was getting kind of excited about it.
yeah,
Arena. the Dragons are back, new Arena League teams, and uh, I don't know. It kind of let me down a little bit there.
And then
I
of
ain't,
course you had the National Gridiron League, McClendon's league that was supposed to start up this past summer, and then that got delayed. It was supposed to start like beginning of May, and then it got delayed 2 weeks. Then it got delayed in June, and it got delayed again. The last I seen on his league site, it's 6 teams starting in October, on October 4th. And if you recall correctly, that is the league that resurrected some of the names and the logos from the old Arena Football League, like the Tampa Bay Storm
yep.
are back, the San Jose Sabercats are back, the Austin Wranglers are back. Um, one that wasn't in the AFL, but it's been around for years, and I don't know if they ever did play a game, was the Mississippi Mudcats.
Oh yeah, yep.
They're mentioned in that league, and so we'll see October 4th if that actually transpires.
It now the other league with the Tampa Bay Tornadoes.
Okay,
Uh,
so that was the International Football Alliance, the
right.
IFA.
Yep.
Um, oh, you thought last year's 2024 AFL season was bad with Lee Hutton.
Yeah.
My God, IFL was dropping teams every other week, out of that outdoor football. They were outdoor, 100-yard field. They were dropping teams left and right, and Huntsville was one that was first, the Alabama Beavers, and
Oh, the
then,
elevated. Yeah, the Tampa Bay Tornadoes are supposed to play them the first
yeah,
game.
and then it became the Huntsville Astros, and they actually played a few games. I don't think Tampa Bay ever did play any games.
Jeez, they still
They
send
might have.
me on my Facebook. They still send me stuff on my Facebook. Tampa Bay
Yeah,
Tornadoes. There. I don't know who's
I
running
know
it.
that I know the team in Ohio played a few games, but you got to realize the opponents that they played, they did just like Shreveport did with semi-pro teams this year. Getting
Uh,
getting the Louisville Savage and the Dallas Falcons, and you know they ended up doing the same thing, getting the Texas Power and semi-pro teams that you'd never heard of, that they were beating them bad. I
excuse
know,
me.
like the Huntsville beat all their semi-pro teams by at least 50 to 60 points
Yeah,
easily.
I don't know. Brian, I tell you, Brian. All right, hey, what's this? What's this? Right here, Brian. What is this?
What
I
we
know
got?
it's Shady Sports
Okay,
Network.
so the IFL had their championship game this past Saturday night,
Yeah.
and it pretty much ends the official ending to indoor football for this year, because now we're into NFL. So Shady Sports Network has a show every Saturday morning around the indoor football world. It's called, and so so I was watching it, and they were asking people to make a prediction for the IFL championship game between Green Bay and Las Vegas. And I guess I need to backtrack a little bit, because of the Green Bay hate is stemmed from last year when I worked for the Louisiana Voodoo. The owner of the Green Bay team kept saying, before our season or our league even started, kept saying AFL is not going to get off the ground. AFL is not going to play a game. All the teams are going to fold. They're not. She was adamant on it, saying that we were not going to play a game at all, or none of the teams were even going to make it to week one. So, of course, that rubbed everybody in the AFL the wrong way. And, of course, the past, heated rivalry between the two leagues. So I made this comment Saturday morning, because the game wasn't until 9:30 that night. I made this comment that I wish that Green Bay would lose in a heartbreaker. And for anybody who watched the game knows, with 3 seconds left, Green Bay was down by 3 points at the 2-inch yard line with no timeouts left, tried to tush push and failed. And
Oh my God.
I couldn't have written a better ending, and a better scenario. So of course that's why I put, that morning I predicted that I hope that they lose in a heartbreaker, and it came true.
And they did.
Yep.
I like Green Bay. Well, Green Bay aren't the team they were here about 2 3 years ago. Remember how good they were 2 3 years ago? The Nighthawks still are pretty good, aren't
Yeah.
they?
Yeah, I mean the Nighthawks are your 2025 IFL champions. Too bad they didn't play in the championship game last year. Then they could have hosted it. But this year the neutral site was Tucson, Arizona, which people in Vegas would have loved to have that home game, as a championship game. But shout out to the Vegas Nighthawks for winning the championship. They
I
deserved
like
it.
it. I like the logo. I like the Nighthawks. I probably would have followed them too. I used to watch them when they had their YouTube channel, but when they
Yeah.
started their content started going, I stopped watching. I mean that just kind of where I'm at with that. I wish that NAL would do something with their YouTube channel. I wish they would get some of the older games on there. From 2 or 3 years ago. Oh,
I'm starting to wonder if they lost all that footage because it hasn't been uploaded. You remember when in mid season the NAL lost all of the rights to the YouTube channel that they had, and
yeah, I was
I'm
hoping,
thinking
even
I'm
some of this,
thinking that was
like Brian now, even the Las Vegas meeting this year would have been nice to put up there. Have some of the meetings from Las Vegas up on their new YouTube channel.
yeah.
Some of this new content that's coming out with the Punishers and with the new teams, and get some of that new content from 2025 up there.
I don't think they thought about that during the managers meeting. I guess they were there to do business and not have a social media opportunity to do interviews and stuff like that. But
Yeah, well, Brian, I'll get ready to kick it in gear here, but let's talk about the thumbnail. We'll work on that here in the next week or two.
all
Our
right.
thumbnail, our content. Now we know we can go back and forth with content. I'm going to enjoy that because I can put 5, you can put 5, or put 10, you can put 10. So we'll have a lot of
Yeah.
more, graphics and content that we can show, which will be awesome. I was going to show some New York Giants stuff, but right now we're talking about the NAL and all that. And like I said, I like that new ball, and I do like the Punishers. So I've been reaching out to Lisa Rowridge there. If you can,
Yeah.
reach out to the owner of the Punishers. See if we can get her up here.
All right.
See if we can
And
get her
then
on.
did you want to discuss the AF1?
For a little bit, if you want to discuss it for a little bit. I'm not following the AF1 very much. A little bit.
Okay, so did you hear about the new the new team in Cincinnati?
No, they have a team in Cincinnati.
Well, so I don't know if you remember Cedric Walker, the head coach of the Billings
Yes.
Outlaws.
Yep.
Okay,
Cedric Walker.
so he left that team, and he was announced days before the team was announced that he was signing with the Cincinnati AF1 team. Okay, so everybody assumed that the expansion team was going to be a Cincinnati team. It actually is called the Kentucky Barrels.
Oh, okay. Yep. They just introduced him here not too long ago.
Yes, and so that is the new head coach and general manager for the Barrels is Cedric Walker, but they're based in Kentucky, but it's the greater Cincinnati area, So that threw everybody for a loop because everybody's asking, well, what about Cincinnati? Where's their team? But that Kentucky team is the Cincinnati team.
Oh,
Playing.
What do you think? What are you thinking about the Kentucky Barrels?
I like the logo. I mean, I get it. You know,
Yeah, I
uh,
get. Yeah,
the number one sponsor needs to be Jim Beam. You know,
yeah.
I mean,
You know what?
it only
Yeah,
makes sense. You
I
know,
was going to say, they're the Kentucky Barrels are definitely rolling out some Kentucky whiskey down that way. So
right? I mean, it can't be Jack because Jack is made in Tennessee, so it's got to be
right,
Jim Beam. You know,
right. So yeah,
um,
I like the. I think they're right on with the promotional thing of the Kentucky Barrels because a lot of liquor and Kentucky bourbon
right.
and stuff is coming from down there. So
But did you hear where they're playing at?
no, no, no.
So they actually on a college campus,
Oh, a college.
Nor-
Yes, I did hear a little bit about that.
the
Not much.
Northern Kentucky University, the Trust Arena. Supposedly, this is the same arena that the River Monsters. You remember the hefty lefty quarterback
Uh, yeah,
from Kentucky? He actually played for the River Monsters, made him famous because of who he was, you know, and so they playing in the same arena. Well, the AF1 has partnered up with the university, so they're actually going to have college interns on campus working with the team.
that's a good thing, right?
I'm thinking this might be step one of a future NCAA arena football.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Good start.
it only makes sense because almost every university has a basketball arena, right?
Right.
You just have to put up hockey walls, astroturf. You know, if you want to play indoor football without the rebound nets, you won't have to worry about hanging nets. You know,
Right. Good idea.
and it's 20 guys on the roster, so it's not like you're paying a fortune. You know, and it's football indoors. You know, that would make a killing down here in the South.
Oh
You know,
yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, I can see it right now. The LSU indoor Fighting Tigers, right?
Right.
And we're
I
getting
like it.
and LSU's getting ready to build a new basketball arena. They're gonna because the PMAC, the Pistol Pete Maravich Assembly Center, has a good going on 40, 50 years old or whatever. So Shaq has finally given some money towards them building a new sports arena on campus. So, I could see that in the next maybe 10 to 20 years,
I could see it.
college,
Yeah.
college
I could see
indoor
it
football.
happening. Yep. I could see it happening.
I mean,
Yeah, but
you
you have
just spin off every university like you do with the ladies. You have the Lady Tigers. Well, you're going to have the indoor Tigers. And
it's a
have
good
just the
yeah,
word represent.
yeah, it's a good step off point. You got if you can get a college team from Kentucky college team, like almost like a farm team or like a you know what I mean, feeding
Yeah,
into
I mean,
the NAL.
even if you put the back string, the second string players from your college team on the arena team, get them some exposure, get them some gameplay. You know,
Some game
you're
time.
Yeah, I mean, you schedule it around basketball or hockey or whatever, whatever you have in your arena. You schedule it around that. You know, I mean, the university is going to make more money off of it. I don't see it being a losing, you know, losing
No.
money.
When I first seen the logo, you know what I mean? I was saying to myself, I said, I don't know about that, man. I don't know. Then it took me a couple hours to sunk in. Where's all Kentucky bourbon and liquor and stuff like
Yeah,
that bottled at Kentucky? A good chunk of it
well,
down there.
I get the name. I mean, it makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah. And
I
people are
just
going to get it.
I just want to see what they use as a logo on the helmet, though. Is
That's
it
what I'm.
actually going? Is it going to be a barrel of whiskey?
I don't know. That's what I'm waiting to see. A barrel of whiskey rolling around or something. I have no idea what they're going to do there with that. But I got to,
Strap. They're
we'll
have
see.
they're gonna have barrel straps on their shoulders.
Yeah, barrel straps and a bottle of whiskey spinning around on their helmet. I don't know.
Little,
I'm just
little
forgive
shot,
me.
little shot glasses as the award stickers on the back of the helmet.
Yeah. I mean, you don't know what they're going to come up with. Any little snitch or snick or whatever, niche.
Of course, it's already been mentioned. I know Sam Shady had mentioned it on the show. Their mascot's got to be the guy in the naked guy in the barrel.
Yeah, that got to be.
You know how Denver had years ago. The Denver Broncos had the barrel man.
Yeah, running around no underwear underneath his barrel.
That's got to be the mascot.
It's got to be the guy. If not, his close twin, the barrel.
So let's see. AF1 also has a Michigan team that was announced by Jeff Fisher months ago. Because he said Ohio and Michigan were the two expansion teams. So we still haven't heard where or what the Michigan team's going to be. So we're still waiting on that. Just recently, Corpus Christi. I don't know if you've seen the Corpus Christi state of the team.
Not really. Just in passing, real quick. I haven't heard too much on them.
So that was posted and then taken down immediately. And of course, anything that goes on the internet is there forever, even if you remove it. And it broke down issues with the team, admitting that they didn't pay some of the players and that there's outstanding debts and all this kind of stuff. So there's issues there. So I don't, we don't know what the future is of that team, because that was going to be the instant rivalry with Beaumont.
Yeah, it's a shame, with these teams. Once they start forming, they get a coach and they start getting going, getting their uniforms. It's a shame that they just, after a few months, the money just burns out. They run out of money. You know what I mean? So they can't keep things going. And it's a shame. Some of them have good ideas, good names, good coaches, good uniforms, good helmets, even good players, but it will not last over a year if they don't have the money going back in or the fans going to just, to see them play. The fans aren't in the stadiums and stuff like that. They're just not going to survive.
Yeah, Corpus Christi had issues with getting fans in the stands, and then not that far away, Beaumont, like I said earlier, Beaumont had issues this year with fans in the stands trying to get them in there, and they had the championship season. So, I mean, it wasn't like it was a bad team, it's just.
Yeah. Well, look at UFL's Birmingham Stallions. They won, 3 in a row, heading for the 4th. And they have fans in there, but I mean, 5,000-6,000 fans. They should be getting like 15. Yeah. That RuPaul, the new owner, said he should be seeing 15,000 in the stands at least by now.
I think the days of like the USFL, 83, 84, 85, when they were getting 25, 35,000 people for the Stallions games, those days are over. I mean, when the UFL today, which was the USFL and the XFL, was created 5 years ago during COVID, it was made for TV sport. And at that time, they weren't worried about selling tickets. They were just trying to get a product out on the field to videotape, to air, to fill up time, And
I loved it back then, man. I loved the XFL back then. I loved even back in 2001 when you had the Las Vegas Outlaws, you had the Orlando Rage. I loved them teams.
Memphis Maniacs.
Memphis Maniacs. I loved them guys, man. They were crazy, but I loved it. I seen them playing in a mud game. It was so rainy. It was flopping around in the mud and slop. And it was a good,
the scramble for the football instead of the coin toss.
Yeah. Dick Buckus was back then. Yeah, and now
Jesse DeBody Ventura as a sports reporter on the sidelines, and the head coach from New York, New Jersey, telling them to get out the way.
They had their argument going back and forth with Ventura and coach. What the heck was the coach's name?
Oh, I don't know.
For New York Hitmen.
I have no idea.
I can't remember now either, but he was a grumpy guy.
Yeah, good old JR and Jerry the King Lawler were commentators too. They pulled the whole WWE reporters, all the play-by-play and ring announcers for the XFL back then. So
Brian Bosworth.
yeah,
He was hanging around in there. He played. He was a good football player. He was in, and he got into wrestling a little bit, didn't he, Brian Bosworth? Yeah.
um, if he did, it wasn't with WWE that I recall. No, I know he did commercials.
Yeah, he did something, but I think it was real quick. And he hopped in the ring with somebody, and I can't remember who it was now, but it was real quick thing. And
Yeah,
but yeah, I used to like those announcers. You know, I liked it. I mean, it was different. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I liked it back then. I think that's what it's missing today, though. You know, when they went and they changed and uh, ownership from, you know, and he was bold. You know what I mean, McMahon. He was a
Hmm.
bold owner. You know, he didn't care. So, I mean, you got to be bold out there to sell tickets and get people in the stands, and you got to make noise. You got to do things, controversial things. It sometimes causes controversy, but
I
it
mean,
also,
there's stuff that he invented that we still using today
yeah, you got
that
the
were adapted by the NFL. The
Sky
instant
Cam,
the cam, and then didn't they have instant replay too? That was
instant
their
replay. Yeah, the Sky
yeah.
Cam. There's quite a few things that were implemented by the NFL from
Yeah.
the XFL. But I enjoy it. I still go back and watch some of those like, old games, and that's what I wish the UFL would be a little bit more bolder in their teams. Why not bring back the Orlando Rage? Why not bring the Maniacs back? You know what I mean? Bring some of those old names. I know it sounds. What are they afraid? I mean, bring them names back. You know what I mean?
Problem is that they're trying to go to smaller cities where the rent is cheaper. So that's why they go to Columbus, Ohio, and not Cincinnati, not Cleveland,
New York City, MetLife
Yeah.
Stadium.
Yeah, I mean that was money to rent, the Giants stadium to have XFL game and only have 20,000 people show up.
Yeah, and you know what? There, that was my team, the New York Guardians.
Yeah.
Back in the day, back then when they had Luis Perez was quarterback for a while for them.
That's why you got cities like Shreveport are just big enough but not, small enough that have a football stadium like back in what was it 94, 95 when the
Yeah,
CFL had the Shreveport Pirates.
yeah,
It's that
yeah,
type of city that has a decent football stadium, and it's not the Superdome, so you're not paying $50,000 per game just for rent. You can get that building for probably 10,000 per game, and the city's big enough to support a team. You know, and I would imagine Columbus, Ohio, is that way, and wherever they're going to move the other, Houston and Michigan and you know Memphis, wherever they're going to move them to, it's probably going to be smaller cities. It's not going to be, you know,
oh, I think it's going to be smaller too. Where it's going to be, I'm not positive, but I heard there was like rumblings of. Well, I know Columbus, Ohio's going to be. That's confirmed.
right? Yeah,
Then you got the Birmingham Stallions. That's confirmed. They are going to stay
yeah.
for one more season. The Memphis and Houston teams, I'm not quite sure where they're going, but there wasn't there. I don't know, Seattle. Uh, I don't
I
know.
had,
Oh,
I had, yeah,
Orlando, Miami. Geez, there was one other location there. I can't
yeah.
remember.
Seattle just seems like it's so far out there for travel. I mean,
One team way out in Seattle somewhere. You know, I know it's not cool. Then you got Oakland, California. They say is higher than hell out there to do
yeah.
anything with out there. But
Well, even the
you do
even
have
the NAL is doing the same thing with the teams for next year, because if you look at a map of where all the NAL teams are, it's central part of America. You know,
right. Yep.
outside of Idaho, Horseman. Everything is east of the Rockies, and everything is now west of pretty much the Mississippi River,
Yep.
because now that Wheeling and Columbus, Georgia, are not in the league, everything is down the center. I wish we had that map That was one of the pictures I had sent you to.
I
But
know, and I wanted to put that up too. I have it in my files. I have it downloaded in my files, but I
yeah,
can't. It's
yeah,
not
yeah.
labeled, so I wouldn't know which one it would be. It would take me forever to search it out if I went to my files right now. But
But
Brian,
yeah, for travel purposes, that's what it's coming down to, is that these leagues are going regional now. And I don't know if you've heard about the other league coming back from 2018. I think was the last time that they played. There's a
um,
there's another indoor football league coming back.
I probably heard of it too, but I
The
can't remember.
A the AAL.
AAL.
Yeah.
I
So
heard of it.
currently we have the AAL two, which was the minor league for the AAL, kind of like the old AFL and AF2 that we had back in 2000 through 2009, where it was the minor league for the other, major indoor league.
Oh
So
yeah.
the AAL is coming back, and they're rumored to have several of the teams on the East Coast. Just leave it at that, you know.
Just leave it at
So,
that. That sounds cool. Sounds good. All right, Brian, I'm gonna get ready to cut this off, but not cut it off,
okay.
but say goodbye. But you will be working if you want to do this every Tuesdays. Set it up for we do a thumbnail. I'll make it like for every Tuesdays at 6 p.m. if you want. If you're going to be
Hopefully,
available.
hopefully we have some news, some more news to cover, because we just covered about 3 months worth of indoor football in less than an hour.
Yeah, we covered a little bit. We're going to think of all kinds of stuff when we do another episode next week. If you want to do one next Tuesday,
Sounds good.
I'll set us up for like 6 p.m. That way I can do the thumbnail. I'll come up with some kind of different, cool thumbnail. I like the one.
Yeah.
I'll check it out. Get things going with that. They're supposed to be in September. The Punisher is there. They're supposed to announce a coach and key players and
Oh,
from
okay.
the fair down there in the Colorado Fair down there. So they're supposed to announce the coach and key players, whatever that means.
Okay. Should be
So
interesting to see who to go with.
yeah, that's what I wonder if James Shriver would get his butt down there. Tell James Shriver, Coach Shriver, to get down there.
He ain't going to Pueblo.
I know he ain't going to Pueblo. I know. He would say hell no,
Yeah.
probably.
It's got to be like Charles or Lafayette for him, because where he lives, he ain't gonna,
He ain't moving.
plus his real job, he's
Yep.
he's got it made where he's at. So
Yeah, there ain't no sense relocating,
no.
picking up and moving and all that stuff, or do that again. He's done all that.
So hopefully somebody out there with money that wants to start an indoor football team. There's several leagues to join, and we got a building in Lake Charles. We got a Cajun Dome in Lafayette, sitting here waiting for a team, and we got a coach in place, and we got players.
Yep, just waiting. All right, Brian, I'm going to say goodbye, my friend. I'll be looking forward to next week. Get that new thumbnail. Hopefully, we have some new news coming down to Peak Pike here. Peak Pike. Blah, blah, blah.
All right, easy for you to say.
I know. I feel like I'm scrambled eggs and Jello right now. All right, then. I love you, my friend. I'll see you next Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central Time.
All right, see you later.
And this is for the T.S.D.N Network, Around the Leagues, guys. Later. Catch you later. Later, Brian.
Later.